Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic. It's not a podcast. It's a pre-deadline stream ahead of game week 4 with myself and Ben. Ben, how are you? Good to go now?
Yeah, good to go. I thought we were cooking tonight. I got a new laptop and it started playing up, so I'll have to have a look at that.
Sold you a dud, mate.
Yeah, I know.
I hope the players you buy this week are better than the laptop you've bought. Yeah, we won't go into the details because it'll bore you all to death, but I'm sure it'll be better in the long run. We'll have to test it out a bit more.
Yeah.
Game week 4 then. So Champions League is back and we've got a bit of Carabao Cup action. We're going to answer some questions tonight ahead of tomorrow's deadline. We're going to take questions from our Discord community, YouTube channel members, and then see how we're doing for time. And we'll open it up to everyone else as well. But yeah, cheers to our Patreon and Discord members or YouTube members for your patience this evening and obviously your support of the podcast. So we'll kick things off. We missed out Charlie's question on the last episode. He may have put the question in a bit too late, but we'll still answer that one first. So I'll quickly go back to Charlie's question. He said, is anybody taking out Ekatike for Burnley and then doing Haaland to Salah?
No.
Doesn't make sense to me. I think I'd rather have Haaland and Ekatike. Surely. We'll have to talk about captaincy in a bit because I think they're going to be the two talking points, aren't they, them two?
Yeah, Ekatike should start at the weekend as well. Isak, he said he's going to ease him in, so I wouldn't go rush and selling him.
Yeah, he's one of the few that seem like they're actually quite open with what they say. Slot. Yeah, he said Isak's going to be a little while yet. So yeah, I'd just I'd keep Ekatike for sure. Could 12th if he's got 12th man left. That's one thing I did think like this week. If you're struggling to get either Salah or Haaland 12th man in, if you can't get there normally. Yeah. But the only downside is you can't sub. And are you thinking that you'll use a sub this week? Possibly.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to see if Palmer plays at the weekend first before I think about doing that. Because he surely plays Bayern Munich, but he's saying he's not sure if he's going to play on the weekend. He's got till Saturday night to play, so...
Yeah, it's a later one, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 o'clock kickoff, isn't it?
Yeah, which means there's not that much left either, is there? If you do want to sub him out, if he doesn't end up playing. Yeah, it's a tough one. At the moment, I'm looking at keeping him in. But yeah, worst case scenario, isn't it? If you keep Palmer in, then he only plays like 10 minutes in the first game. Because then you can't sub him out and then you get Bayern, is it?
Yeah.
Not great. I realised I missed Steve out on the last episode as well on our podcast on Monday. So we'll chuck Steve in. Not that one. Evening all. I'm going Sesko and Bowen out for Watkins and Mateta. 12th man, either Ekatike or Salah. Not a question, but any thoughts on that?
Sesko, Bowen out for Watkins and Mateta. 12th man, either. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, is it double game weeks for both Watkins and Mateta? I really like Mateta's double game week. And yeah, Salah 12th man would be great. Especially
Watkins
with
one. He may not play because it's the Carabao double this week, isn't it? But it'll be good for the week after.
Yeah, but with it being a Premier League team, surely they go a bit stronger.
And they've got to win.
Yeah,
in the Prem. They got to just start.
And they haven't scored a goal yet, so surely they'll want to get that out of the way.
Yeah, you don't want that hanging over you.
Fixtures are great for Villa.
Important one from David F in the Discord. So, Connor's team name is Dorito FC. What's your favourite Dorito flavour and why? Very important one.
Got to be chili heatwave, isn't it?
Ooh. I actually like the cheese ones. They're boring, though, aren't they? What about you? Got to have the dip, though, haven't you?
Tangy cheese.
I like the cheese Doritos and the herb dip. I think it is. Ooh. Jay Baker. Would anyone be worried this week if you didn't have Haaland? means having to take Bowen out and leaves 0.4 to take up Semenyo or Coyote.
Well, yeah, I would be a bit worried about not having Haaland this week.
Yeah.
Especially in this game, double game week. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think both of Salah and Haaland, I think I'd do whatever you could to get him in your team, to be honest with you. At least with Salah, you can probably cover him, I guess, with Ekatike or with Gakpo. But yeah, I think I would sell Bowen and do it that way. Get Bowen out, get Haaland, and then just buy what you can with the rest, I think. Unless you want a 12th man, potentially.
Could do, yeah. Especially, like you say, we ain't got that much budget yet. This is probably more ideal to do it now than later. You can get someone like Salah in your team.
There is that week, not that far away though, game week 6, where Haaland's got Burnley and Monaco, is it? So you're going to want to find a way to get him in for that one anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
So start planning it whichever way you can. So Ian is bringing... I'll take this. Well, actually, I want your opinion, but is bringing 2 Palace defenders in a good shout. Would likely hold them for a good while too. I'll ask your thoughts on it because I think it's a good idea. I've been thinking about doing it, but there's a slight reservation. Obviously, it depends what 2. I think Lacroix is fine. I don't think that he went away with France for internationals. But then the second one is the problem. If you can afford Munoz, I think he'll be all right. He was in South America for internationals, but I think he normally just comes back and plays. He just seems a bit of a machine. But I'm probably looking at going Richards, and I'm not 100% sure that he gets the second game. What do you think on going for the double up? And if you did go for the double up, what 2 would you go?
Yeah, obviously Palace, I think on paper, have got the best defensive 2 fixtures with Sunderland and Millwall, both at home. But the only thing puts me off a little bit is they go into that game week 5, is it? Game week 5 is a single. But the doubles for most of the Champions League teams are Carabao Cup games, and they're probably going to rotate majority of the players anyway. So it's not really a true double game week 5, if you know what I mean. Obviously, Villa and Forest probably have majority of the first team players playing twice. But yeah, I could see 2 clean sheets this week for Palace.
Yeah, I think if you get lucky and get the 2 that play right, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, obviously Munoz is a massive player in this game, but he's so expensive at the minute, and he's not. I don't think he's going to be going up in price either. Lacroix should be going up 0.3. I
think Richards is 0.2.
Yeah. I like Gahey more, but if it's your budget, you want to try and raise budget, then go for Richards.
Yeah, I think Gahey's getting a 0.3 as well, so that would be nice. But I'm just being tight, and he's 3.9, and Richards is 3.5.
Good. I don't know. I'd say Gahey's more now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. But I think worst case, like if you don't get the double this week, you probably still just hold them because I think long term they would go back to playing like the first choice back line, don't you think, for Europe and Prem?
Yeah.
Maybe they rotate the odd game, but
I think he's going to rotate the left backs.
That Sousa looks like he's going to play, don't he?
Yeah, he's a Croatian international. Mitchell's got the most tackles in the Premier League so far this season, but he didn't play in the 2 qualifiers in the European qualifiers, so I could see that being rotated. But pretty much everyone else played both games, played the Europe and the league.
My ones I'm looking at is either doing that double up or doing Lacroix and Romero, who you would be pretty certain plays both this week, but you don't get the price rise. Or maybe Big Dan Burn. I think he starts 2 this week, and he's all right. Reliable.
Barcelona in the second game, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So, like, do you take your chance on Richards, get the better first fixture and hope for the second? Or Wolves have got no Strand Larsen, though.
I wonder if Newcastle will be going strong again in the cup because they've got Bradford in game week 5.
Yeah, they'll rotate.
With Bournemouth.
And if I went Romero, they'd rotate in 5 as well, I think. Yeah. I think you've got a good chance. If you get the 2 playing ones, I think you've got a good chance of 2 clean sheets, but don't be too disappointed if it goes wrong.
Munoz 12th man with a double Palace as well.
We said that, didn't we? That would be bold, wouldn't it? Imagine though you didn't. Imagine you got 2 that didn't play. That'd be gutting.
Triple clean sheet would be nice though.
Be bold though.
Doubled.
Yeah, I did have a look and see if I could have like subbed Palmer to Munoz, but it's obviously the timings of the games are the wrong way around. We'll move it on, but I think it's a good idea. I don't mind it. I know people will say you'll miss out on the game week 5 fixture, but I think a lot of people will miss out on that game week 5 fixture regardless. So, Dave, which European goalkeeper except Raya realistically plays both games every week? Now,
this is you're literally Champions League goal, ain't you? Really, that's going to play both games. Henderson possibly 3.5 million is probably your best cheap one. Sells 3.3, but yeah, the Champions League goalies should play both games, but they're all like 3.8 up to 4.1. So yeah, Martinez is back in the squad, and he's happy now apparently. So Marco Bizzot is not probably not 2.8 million. He would have been a nice enabler.
Would you be put off Sells at 3.3? I was eyeing him up because he's dropping to 3.2, and I thought I could possibly do that upgrade next week if I wanted to. But now I don't know if I want to have the Forest keeper with Ange.
Yeah, Ange Ball. But has he learnt his lesson from when he's won the Europa League, playing a bit more defensive styles?
Yeah, I heard a few people say that actually, and I thought, yeah, maybe I was being a bit harsh, saying it's who we are, mate. But I don't know. When he changes stripes, I'm not sure. They still should be realistically one of the better teams in that competition, shouldn't they? Even with yeah. I think I'd still try and go Sells or Henderson early doors. I think it's too much money to spend otherwise. Yeah. Any single game week players you would keep over double game week players?
No one stands out. Like the only one I could think of is maybe Bruno Fernandes. You could hold, but his fixtures aren't very nice. He's going up in price this weekend though, so he's the only one really. Maybe a Mbeumo or a Cunha if you've got them, but I can't see anyone stands out. Can you?
Not particularly. Not unless they've got like a Carabao Cup the week after, or like match the week after, if that's what he means. But no, I did think this week. Have you got Bruno and Palmer at the moment? Both.
Yeah.
Are you keeping both this week?
At the moment, I am. Yeah.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I was wondering in my scenario, like after the quotes today, I was kind of like, do I just sell Palmer and keep Bruno, get the rise, and then just we don't trust Palmer now with his injury thing? But I think I'm then going to sell Bruno the week after anyway, so I don't think it particularly matters.
Yeah, I've got Semenyo who's probably going to be going because Bruno's going up in price. Semenyo's going down. It could be a 0.3 swing. I do prefer Semenyo's fixtures for the next 2 games though. But Bruno's like on penalties as well, or set pieces. You get all points from different angles. So yeah, and I've got Carvalho who's going to have a double game week this week, but probably won't play in one of the games. Most likely the league game. So it's not really a true double.
Yeah, I think I would try and go for the doublers. There's always a few in there that end up being okay, but if you can, I'd try to get to doublers. I wouldn't be trying to bring in single players. Diamond, it's got 3.2 budget. It's going Ballard and Semenyo out for Kudus and Enzo. Leaves him 0.9. Any other picks you think are better? So Ballard and Semenyo, Kudus, Enzo.
To be honest, I think that's decent moves.
I really like Kudus. Obviously, I think I made a big mistake by not starting with him. And yeah, been happy since having him in, even though it's only been a week. I think is a solid pick, especially with Europe coming. And then Enzo, like, I'd even considered, do I go Palmer down to Enzo and just forget about Palmer? I think he is a solid pick, but the only reason I don't want Enzo is because I've got so much Chelsea already. So no, I think that's spot on. He said, I just think if they don't get injured, they're fine to leave for a while, and I can sort other potential issues. Plus, other nice picks are dropping too much. I think there's something in that as well, like just choosing reliable players. We've had so many injuries. Like, you don't want to be taking chances on who's going to start or not start or anything like that. You've got Carvalho now. That's kind of maybe a little bit unlucky because the transfer window wasn't closed. They've brought in like 2 right wingers since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm looking to maybe go a bit more boring, just steady the ship a bit. Tommy Gunn, is it worth the risk sticking the armband on Mateta?
I don't want to say don't do it because it like I said, it's a really good double game week. So it all depends on your appetite for a risk. But I think it's a good punt. But like Haaland and Salah are pretty safe this week if you want to go there, I think.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they've got so many players missing as well. Palace, like Wharton and Sarr, 2 top players in their team. Like, yeah, I think I'd stick with the 2 big boys if you've got them. Pick one of them. Bradders, I know what he said. This is a question for next week, so should we save that one? I'll do it. Porro had another underwhelming week this week. Would you be looking to move him onto a Watkins or Rodgers for game week 5?
Yeah, could be with Sunderland away, Bologna, and then they got Fulham final, Burnley, all the way up to international break. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Udogie's just come back now, and Porro went off for Udogie early. And last season, obviously with a different manager then, but he tended to rotate the 3 of them. Yeah. So like someone
different manager though.
Yeah, different manager. But if he's going to start doing that, like starting Udogie, bringing on Spence, and then starting Spence, dropping Porro for 60 minutes and bringing him on after 60 minutes, you can get 1 pointers and stuff like that. So it's one to look at. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that.
And keep an eye as well if he loses set pieces. I've seen a few people say Simmons is a decent set piece taker. So keep an eye on it for this week at least. You'll get 2 games to have a look, won't you?
Yep.
Lee Hooper, not a clue which way to go this week. Munoz in though for Porro or Palmer. Get to decide. If it has to be one, you know Porro's fit, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, agree.
Yeah, if it has to be one of them, I'll take Palmer out. Miss Newbie wanted to know if you think Saka will get the second game after the press conference, because I'm considering holding him. Maybe even using second sub as a safety net.
Early kickoff as well, isn't it? So you get to see all the other lineups.
I don't think he's going to be fit this week. I don't think you have to I don't think we need to get him back for this week, if that makes sense. I know, like, we're not going to throw him back in for the biggest game, but I think we'll be okay against Forest with Madueke. He looked good against England. And then Bilbao away from home. Champions League isn't like it was. You can afford to mess up now, can't you?
Yeah. Look at
I
PSG.
don't think I don't think you're reliant on him, so I don't think we'll rush him back, personally.
Man City next week, innit? So probably be back for that one.
I think I'd sell him if I had him. What would you do? Oh, sorry, I just seen you muted.
Yeah, I'd probably sell him if he's not in the starting lineup. If he's not even in the squad, I mean, then I'd probably sell him for.
Well, you might not know that. You've got to wait for leaks.
Yeah, I might see if he's in the squad first before I sell him. Because I'd want him for the rest of the fixtures. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, who are you talking about, Palmer or Saka?
Saka.
Yeah.
Saka. But yeah, he's not. They don't think he's going to be ready for this game, do they?
No, I don't think so. I think that was just Arteta trying to keep his
that's the thing.
Mind games going. I don't trust him. Azza, happy Friday. He's been hit by injuries, already used 2 subs. Plan was Ballard to Lacroix, Semenyo to Kudus. After the Palmer press conference, do I play it safe and stick with Semenyo? Combine 2 players. Semenyo, doing Palmer to Kudus instead. Leaves him with 7 doublers and a midfield of Ruta, Fernandez, Semenyo. Play safe or gamble? Oh, you're on mute. Mate, you're going for it, but you're on mute.
I said I missed half of that because there was so much in that question.
Basically, would you do Lacroix to Ballard to Lacroix, which I think is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Semenyo to Kudus.
Yeah.
I think I'd just stick it like that. He's saying otherwise, should I keep Semenyo and do Palmer to Kudus? You've got Palmer and Semenyo. You're thinking
it's I want Palmer because he's going to be doubling all the way through. Semenyo's been knocked out of the League Cup already, so he's only got single game weeks. I mean, obviously Semenyo's definitely going to play this weekend, but then next week you're going to want Palmer again. So
the thing, if you keep Semenyo this week, you're only going to want him out a week later. He eventually he's going to go eventually. Whereas I think if a miracle does happen and Palmer's back, you'll probably end up keeping him. I guess. Until he gets a sub appearance and a 0.3 drop, and then we'll all be selling anyway.
Yeah.
No, I'd do your first one. Semenyo to Kudus, personally, I think. Another Palmer question from Patrick. If Palmer doesn't play, would you advise to use a sub or keep one back? So we're assuming that he doesn't play Brentford. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'd probably be tempted just to hold him because I think he'll play Bayern Munich at least.
And then rubbish.
And there's not really much options afterwards. Anyways, there's lots. Liverpool, Man City.
Wirtz is the one I'm looking at. Which I wouldn't pick him. I've been saying this whole time. I don't think he's a convincing pick.
But for Burnley, it's all right, isn't it?
But for Burnley, it's the difference.
Yeah.
And if you had 2 strikers, you'd surely do Ekatike or Gakpo for him, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Right, Reinders, one City.
Yeah, I think he'll play 290s.
I
just don't know if I think
against an Italian club as well.
Yeah,
he's done all right over there.
And he could be playing more further forward potentially as well, with quite a few players out. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I still think if Palmer gets that would have to be the case. But if Palmer gets no minutes, I think I would use a sub. Come on, you've been saying, save my subs for a double. What are you waiting for now? You waiting for a triple? Come on.
Well, if he's going to play, if he's going to play the single against Bayern, then it's not worth.
Yeah, it's not a two. It's like not a 2 for 0.
Yeah,
as you'd like to say, is it? I think I'd still do it. We'll see. I just want to smash them all out.
Get rid of them and then you won't have to worry about them.
Yeah. Oh, I just think it's what they're there for, to be honest. But we could do subs all day. DT Philip, Ballard and Palmer out for Gusto and Elanga. Do you like that?
Elanga's probably going to go down 0.3, isn't he? Yeah, I'm not. I'd rather have like a Kudus or Enzo. But I don't mind the Gusto because I think he'll play a lot of minutes. James can play midfield as well, Reece James, and I can see Gusto starting the Lincoln game next week as well. So he might get a double next week.
I didn't realise he was going down as much as that. I know he said he said they were going down in price. What do you think of Madueke?
I was looking at that.
Same price.
Yeah, but I was thinking when Saka's back, he's just might be back on the bench straight away. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't want to do it. Like, I'm so sick every season. I always pick these one or two players that then I have to use a transfer on, and end up subbing the same spot over and over. But
yeah,
I'd prefer him to Elanga maybe this week. I don't mind that. It's just the drop that puts me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer that than doing the other thing. He says it leaves. The other one he said, would you do Palmer to Ballard and Munoz to Lafay? Which
I wouldn't even go Lafay. No.
Nah. Again, that's another thing I don't want to do this season. Get a player in that you're not very flexible with. Do the first one, but maybe have a little think about your 3.5. But I think Elanga or Barnes could do all right, and then you might make your money back anyway. Let me try to summarise Shay's one. He's got his team there. Bruno and Diouf out for Lacroix and Enzo. Or Semenyo and Bowen, Enzo and João Pedro.
Bruno what?
So he's doing Bruno and Diouf.
Yeah.
Out for Lacroix and Enzo.
Yeah.
Which I think looks fine.
Yeah.
Or would you do Semenyo and Bowen out for Enzo and João Pedro? So the option is basically taking Bowen out to get Pedro.
I do like the move, but I've got the same dilemma. I'm just thinking keep Bowen this week because he's going up at least 0.2, and he's like not an elite player, but he's a high end player, and
he's scoring any game
for one. Yeah, you'd happy to have him for one more game. Like it was that for me, or keep Carvalho, who's probably going to get the Carabao Cup, but he's got a possibility of 2 games, or sell Bowen. I'm like, well, keep Bowen. Bowens can do all sorts of stuff. Carney, and he's a top player. So I'd keep the Bowen for this week.
I'd do Lacroix and Enzo. It could just be mind games, but Maresca was going on about all these players come from Brazil and playing in Bolivia and all that stuff, wasn't he? So
yeah,
I'll do that way. Nobbles, have you earmarked any of your boosters for any game weeks, or are you keeping them for later / second half of the season?
So we've got 12 man, just playing it by ear. Some opportunity comes up, I think I'll play it, but I want to see the lineups for the Champions League this time. A few weeks, I think, because I've been burnt the last 2 seasons with my 12 man. What's the other ones? So we got.
You've always said the FA Cup round for
yeah,
Max Cap, didn't you?
Max Captain. There, so that is game week 15. Is it? No, game week 19. Yeah. Yeah, that was the one. But now I'm thinking it might use the substitutes if I've still got any left for the FA Cup. You know, someone who's starting against like Marine FC up front, like Carlos Vinicius, when he scored a hat trick and thought he was Mbappe.
You just got the thing is you've got to have someone not play, don't you? You have to have someone that definitely doesn't play first to be able to
and
use
that will
it.
happen. That will happen in the third round. Loads of the elite, like the top players, will not play in the third round. And what's the other booster?
Goal bonus.
Goal bonus, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be in the Champions League group stage week. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at 13 and 17, the double Prem games. Double Prem
You
weeks.
you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Play it safe.
Yeah, I like them. 12th man, you know, I am not. I know we mess up the 12th man every time, don't we? But as you know, I done it right out of Son last year. I think I got 2 returns. I'm not fast. I think if there's a week that just pops up that looks good, like this week, I had considered Gyökeres as 12th. But the only reason I'm not really considering it is in case Palmer don't play. Because then I won't be able to sub him.
Yeah.
But I think Gyökeres could do well this week against Forest and Bilbao.
Yeah.
We'll go back. We'll carry on with the Game Week 4 ones. Hang on, there's a bit of chat here from when we were having the technical problems. Would you keep João Pedro? Yeah, I've got him.
Yeah.
Steve, that's from.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think it's a decent long-term hold. David said you ran down the shop for some more beers and also called your laptop a LimeWire special.
I don't even know what that means.
You know, you used to have LimeWire.
Oh, when you downloaded this, the films and that.
Yeah, download your music or anything like that. Back when you had like MP3 players and all that.
Yeah.
Back in the days. Ian says it would be Lacroix and Gahey. So yeah, I don't mind that actually. Do I just bin off the 0.5 Richards and go Gahey for the extra 0.5?
Gay should be going at 0.3, surely. Is he?
Yeah. No, I mean there's like a $0.5 price difference or 0.4 the price difference.
Yeah.
Or Burn or Romero. I've not decided.
Richards is only going at 0.2, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you'd be gaining 0.1 there.
But who plays? Cookie. Surely Haaland is the only captain this week. 9 GC in 5. Goal contributions. I was thinking goals conceded then. 9 goal contributions in 5 against Man United. 9 of those 9, 3 being a hat-trick. Plus 19 goals in 16 games at home for City in the Champions League. It's compelling. The last 2 games, though, they haven't done anything against City. Against United. I think that might have been a draw and a loss.
They beat him in the FA Cup final, didn't they?
I think that was the loss actually. I don't know what the Prem game before that was. They definitely yeah. Go on then. That leads into it. Do you know what? Let's have a shout out to Dave. He won't be available for the stream tonight, but with Palmer being a high doubt, is it wise to transfer him out? I think we've covered and keep Bruno instead. I think I'm going to still take Bruno out. Evening Sam, evening Josh. Welcome Luke, new channel member. And
welcome.
What I was going to say, because it wouldn't let me do the poll with the chat held off to members only. So let's quickly open up the chat to everyone and I'll start a poll real quick.
Here's one. Scott, just looking at the last 4 results for City United.
Yeah, you do that while I get the get this open up.
So United 0, City 0 was a draw, and United won at City last season. Then the Man City won on penalties in the Community Shield. FA Cup final, Man United won 2-1. So City haven't beat them since March 2024 when it was a 3-1 win.
Is that hat trick then? That hat trick was 2022, wasn't it?
That game was Foden got 2 goals and Haaland got the other. What hat trick are you on about?
He said Haaland got a hat trick, or 3 of his 9 goals was part of a hat trick.
That
must
was
have been a couple
2
of
goals
seasons back.
Game. There was a 3-0 win and he scored 2 and Foden got 1. There was a 6-3 win back in 2022. That's when Haaland got a hat-trick and Foden got a hat-trick.
Bloody hell. They're not that City down, though, are they?
Guess who scored for United?
Bruno?
No.
Haaland.
Anthony
Oh.
and Martial.
Oh, yeah, of course, Haaland.
Martial got 2.
Here they come. Here comes everyone flooding in. Welcome, everyone joining us. And even our Patreon members, even though they were putting the questions in on the Discord, they're joining us in the chat. Right, let's get this captaincy poll going because I think that's going to be a big question for everyone. Game week 4 captain. Salah, Haaland, Mateta. Make it as the third. JP.
Jokers.
Comment. It's a shout. And do you remember when Max Captain become a thing? Like the instant feel was this would be a week, wouldn't it? Just go Max Captain, you can't get it wrong. But felt like a waste now, doesn't it? We sort of learned that's not the way. I mean, it's good if it works.
I think it's probably better to do it in like an FA Cup round now.
I remember there was a week though where I think I played Max Captain one week and then just everyone went off and there wasn't much difference between any of them.
Yeah, that's the one I used it in.
Was it Bowen? I think I might have had Bowen that week or someone. Saka done quite well. Yeah, anyway, let's get some more questions going. Cheers, everyone that's jumped in the chat. Drop a like on it as well if you haven't already. Captaincy poll straight away. It's gone 67% Haaland, 23% Salah. You muted again. What's happening?
What you on, Scott?
People keep asking me, and I straight away put it on Salah. I think just sort of instant. That just was the thing that felt right, I think. But yeah, I must say, I'm not like, I don't feel very strongly either way. Like if you wanted me to give you a compelling speech on why you should go one over the other, I don't feel very strongly on either. I do think it is a genuine like flip a coin, to be honest. I think if you broke it down and said, what's the better fixture, Burnley away or Man United at home, I still think Burnley's the better fixture to go after. Even if taking out the equation, Haaland scored this many times against Man United and Salah's, I think Salah's not scored very recently against Burnley, but each team's a different team since the last time. I don't think it just works the way it worked the way before. And then both were at home the second game. So Atletico or Napoli. I just feel like Liverpool might score more goals across the two games. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I put my captain on Salah, but I'm flip flopping all the time. Can't make my mind up.
Like I see people cap Haaland or say they give a reason why they're capping Haaland, and I think sounds good as well.
Yeah, and I just think that Liverpool's got so many options now. Like anyone could get a goal. You know what I mean? Like, but Haaland's the main man at City, isn't he?
Yeah, if you get that goal alert on your phone, there's a goal at City. Like you think Haaland.
Yeah.
Now if you get it at Liverpool, you're like, it could be anyone.
Yeah.
I also, one of the things I've been thinking is like, I feel like Liverpool will score goals and there's a good chance Salah's still involved. Whereas City, I do think will score goals, but I kind of keep looking at their team and, it's Foden's out. Foden might be back. Semenyo's out. He might be back. Nouri's out. You just never fully know who's giving the service, but it does seem like he's getting the chances anyway. The chat seemed convinced though. 62%. I think I see a few polls online actually that I might have retweeted. Hang on.
I think it's the 5 goals for Norway.
I mean, you would say that nobody's sort of questioning Haaland right now at this very moment, are they? Like,
No.
There's people that are saying, "Oh, is Salah still the same Salah?" But Haaland still just seems to be Haaland. Well, but he had a wobble last season, didn't he? People started doubting him last year. I'm just going to read out this poll off Twitter because the Twitter page is Dream Team Advice at Dream Team _help. He done a captaincy poll. He does one most weeks. I'm going to shout that one out because it's got almost 500 votes compared to our 60 or whatever it is at the moment. That one is 45%, 45.5% Haaland and 42.5 Salah. So I don't think there's going to be much in it. Going to sleep on it, but I just feel like Man United can turn it on in the big games sometimes. Like, they made hard work of the game against us.
Yeah.
Derby. It's Burnley. We're comparing Burnley and United. What's happened?
Well, they gave United a good game last week, didn't he?
Still letting 3. Was it 4?
Yeah.
We captained Bruno Fernandes because he was playing Burnley.
Yeah.
I think Salah, but yeah. Rodders. Palmer to Fernandes or Munoz. Already got Cucurella and Pedro. 12th Ekatike. There's no Liverpool cover.
I think if you've got to go Salah, haven't you? Salah instead of Katiki.
He might already have Salah.
This is no.
Oh no, 0 Liverpool cover. Yeah, why would you not just?
Ekatiki's a 4-man, though, isn't he? But he could get taken off. Like, Salah never gets taken off, does he?
Well, and you at least want half of the 45% capping him, surely.
Yeah.
Like, protect yourself a little bit. Yeah.
So, Fernandes or Munoz? I think Fernandes. You're up for the Palace, ain't you? Palace back line.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. No, if you're taking Palmer out, go Enzo. I think get the Chelsea coverage in, and then you can spread the money. Munoz is exciting though. I see Enzo and I don't get excited. I see Munoz and I do think, I'd love to have him.
Yeah. He took a penalty last week as well, didn't he, Fernandes?
Yeah.
So
they might rely on Munoz to be like bombing on massively without no Sar now as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Joe. Hello, FPL Sparta. What's up, David? Hidden ID, brilliant podcast. First time he's seen it, so welcome. Hidden ID. Also second in our Dream Team League. Well played. Well played. Shout out Hidden ID. I've not checked that, but we'll take your word for it. Nicely done. Michael Hodson. Oh, he's got a Forest badge. He's got a Forest badge and Ange Ball.
Matthew,
mate. Is 4 Chelsea players too many? Gusto, Palmer, Enzo, Pedro. I thought that was an accident at first. I think it's on purpose.
Pedro. I think Chelsea are a decent side. I think it's not a bad thing to have them for. I think they've all got potential to score high in the next few game weeks.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind it. I could have done Enzo in for Bruno though, and I did say that I didn't like the idea of having 4. I do think the fixtures getting a bit harder, but they do look an in-form team, I suppose. Hi guys. Regards subbing Palmer. I think we've covered this. The Palmer subbing. What's up, Ice Kitty? Anyone transferring Salah out for Pedro?
No.
Taking Salah out for? Don't do it.
There's just certain players where you just forget about the value in it and just leave them in. I think he's one of them players. You just got to suck it up. Don't worry about the value.
I'm not willing yet to like throw the towel in on Salah. I know people are having their doubts, but maybe if he blanks this week against Burnley, then maybe we've got to have a serious conversation about it. But
Everton and Southampton the week after.
Yeah, you'll fill a wally if you take Salah out ahead of Burnley. It doesn't make sense. You know it. John Seymour, Palmer, Bowen, and KDH out for Bob, Eze, and Mateta. Needs one transfer to roll.
No.
No, I want to see Eze. You're getting a 0.3 drop. I know could be a really nice week, but I think every Arsenal fan wants Eze to start. He should start, but I couldn't tell you with any certainty that he doesn't just go and play Martinelli again. Yeah. I wish I could say I was sure of it.
He's not going to play in a number 8 role, is he? Because Rice is playing further forward now.
Yeah, no, he won't.
Odegaard plays on the side. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't think you should do that. And I'm not... I mean, Bob will probably get rotated next game. I know he's been doing really well, but yeah.
It's Pep.
Yeah, it's Pep for you.
I like it as a punt, but I think you're taking out some good players there.
The only one I like is Mateta move out of that.
Yeah. But Bowen to Mateta. And I wouldn't even sell KDH. Like, I'm keeping him, hoping that he plays twice next week.
Yeah.
And I didn't the first round, though.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
Enzo or Kudus? Quick fire.
The value's like twerking, like messing me head, because obviously I want Kudus more than Fernandes, but I think the value you're going to gain 0.3 on Fernandes this week, and if Palmer's still out, he's probably going to be on penalties as well. So Fernandes.
Yeah. The thing is with Kudus, I think you can just pick him up at any time and he's going to be good. Like, I don't think you're picking him up for a certain game week to be good. I think he can do it in any week. So, Steve Wiley, is VVD a shout? How do you feel about Virgil van Dijk? I didn't have a great time owning him last year.
He's expensive, isn't he? I don't think I want to invest that much money in just a centre back. Do you know what I mean? I want an attacking fullback and get points from different angles. I know he's quite dangerous in the box and that when they get corners, but nah, not for me. 5.1.
Yeah, I prefer Kirkes, who's a bit cheaper. But the reason I got put off of Kirkes is I thought Robertson could easily nab a game. If you want Nald, I suppose, and if you really believe in the clean sheet, then you can do it. But I think you can make that money work a bit better, I think. So it's a no.
Palace defenders.
You're not getting that on, are you?
No, I am very close, but I can't quite get there if I go for Enzo. So I have to go. I think I'm going to go for Gusto for a few weeks.
Nice and cheap. He's like Gusto is. I have my worries about whether he plays twice a week, but if you really need someone to go from Ballard to Gusto easily, it's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Miss Noopy, hello. Philip, hello. Hidden ID, we've already said hello. Mateta. Robert Woodcock, Ait Nori injury has forced my hand this week. My transfers this week, Ait Nori to the Qua and Rutter to Enzo. debating having Kudus is in a lot of people's thoughts here. And also Salah 12th man. That's another Enzo for Kudus. So we spoke about that already. And Salah 12th man.
The 8 Nori, though, he might be back for the Champions League game. So it's not that big of a deal, is it? He's missing this weekend, isn't he?
Dropping 0.3, though, as well.
Yeah, but I suppose if you're worried about your value, you could get by without Ait Nori, but he would be a nice hold if you've got other single game week players you can get rid of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know the rest of his team, but I think I would sell if I had. I was interested in buying him this week, but I don't know what happened. It was injury doubt when he went off, and then he came back. Then he still went away on international, I think. But then something must have happened. J Bash, Palmer sub talk again. Here we go. Will the sub be available after the first game? I thought it would be NA. Hang on, let me just dig something out because I was talking to someone about this earlier. So, yeah, the way they word it on the Dream Team rules, I didn't think was great. But Dream Team also put out an article separately, and there was a bit where it said, let me try and cut out the boring bit. Once you've activated the substitute and the game involving your replacement player kicks off, there's no undoing it, even if your original player goes on to play in midweek. So, and then it says, in our example, if you replace Haaland with Isak for Newcastle's Sunday game, you'll receive the Swedish striker's points for the entire game week, even if Haaland recovers in time to play Champions League on Tuesday. So, as long as Palmer plays 0 minutes in the first one, you can take him out after his game ends. But then if he goes on to play any match after that, and you've already subbed him out, you won't get his points. You'll get your subs points. So you can do it after the first game.
Yeah.
Evening Wisby. TK, if you had the money for Munoz, would he be the main pick for Palace defence?
Yeah. If you had loads of money.
Loads of money.
Loads of Wonga.
It's not even if you've got loads of money, but like, will you need the money the week after?
Yeah, you might need the money when like Saka's back, Palmer's back.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, oh, shit.
Or I'm just looking at my team and thinking like, I could maybe get him at a stretch now, but then in 2 weeks' time, I've got Roths, Dewsbury Hall and O'Brien, who won't have Europe for the rest of the time. Yeah. Who I want to upgrade them, so that money could come in handy. Jamie Ashton, Ballard and Semenyo out for Lacroix and Madueke. I spoke to Madueke. I think it's an exciting punt, but you may need to use a transfer on it later.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it.
Yeah, I know some people they use one transfer for long term and one transfer as a punt every week. So you could have like Madueke as your 1 week punt. But then if you get more injuries, then you're stuck with a 1 week punt because you'll need more transfers. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got Palmer, for example, but if Palmer ends up not playing at all this week, I think people are going to go, I need him out. Or if Palmer gets a 0.3 drop on the way, straight away, that's one transfer you might want out. João Pedro captain, thoughts?
I don't mind it, but I wouldn't be going there.
Just seen FPL Raptor apparently has shared the Newcastle team, or alleged Newcastle team. Pope Livramento. How do you pronounce this new guy? Thiaw. Thiaw. Burn Hall. Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton, Elanga, Voldemarte, and Barnes. The new guys in. And Philip, Elanga starts. Nobles, evening chaps. Getting rid of Sarr and Palmer. Unsure between Kudus and Van Dijk or Wirtz and Gahey. Would you prefer out of them
two? This week, probably Wirtz and Gahey, but I like Kudus. I like Kudus longer term. but Gahey's probably better. Probably Kudus and Gahey if you could do that. But Spurs has got a really good double this week. He might score this week.
I think I prefer the other Kudus and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I know he's got a Palace defender though. I think long term, I think the Kudus Van Dijk one looks all right.
A lot of money put in defender though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Maybe what you said to kick Gahey as well. Have a bit of leftovers. Christopher Gleed. Bruno for Enzo. And Ilman for Dominic Szoboszlai. Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's Ndai out, isn't it? Bruno out for Enzo.
He's a doubt, isn't he?
Ndai out for Dominic. What do you think of the Szoboszlai?
I think he'll play, but like he'll be on some set pieces and that. But I don't know because he was playing right back when he in the last game. But Frimpong's back in training now,
And Bradley's back.
Yeah, you'll get a point for each rise out of it, and it'll be all right to hold for a few weeks. But I probably prefer go Kudus. Go Enzo Kudus.
I don't like the Szoboszlai pick. Sorry. I think that one free. If that one free kick hadn't gone in, no one's considering him. He's just a midfielder who's been pinned back at right back. If that doesn't go in, Alan, Gary Walker. What do you think? This is a good one. We have not had this yet. Is Harvey Elliott a shout for this week?
Potentially, but we don't know what he's going to play, where he's going to play him. He's going to play right wing. Is he going to play him as a number 8? So it's a wait and see for me.
Yeah, I don't mind if you want to be brave and go for it this week. Like, I'm seriously considering him for the week after.
Yeah.
But once we've got to see him. So Everton away, Brentford away. I think you'll get a game out of him at least. So if he doesn't start the Prem, you'd have to think that he starts Carabao. So you will get a game. And I think he's a nice price. I just don't ever trust Emery. Like, Marlon was brilliant pre-season and he's just binned him straight away.
Marco Bizzot.
Yeah, that's the answer. I don't mind it as a punt. Like, I think he's really good for next week and you'll get something this week. You just got to hope that something this week is good enough to get you the starts next week, which I think the player's good enough. It's just Emery I don't trust. And then Matt, saying Elliott could be a great transfer game week 5. Like, I never really think there's that much benefit to going early on Dream Team.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get a massive haul, then that is the benefit. But if he does well, everyone's just going to get him for a 0.3. I'd rather the info. Miss Noopy, Salah was doing all right. He just had a hard match against Arsenal. I'm going Salah. That is the point as well. Like, who's Haaland played compared to who Salah's played? The Salah games have been pretty tough, and he's still got 2 attacking returns. Bournemouth, Newcastle, and obviously blank to Arsenal. Whereas Haaland's had, what do you have? Was it Wolves' first game of the season?
Yeah.
Spurs was maybe the tougher game, and then Brighton. Let's check on the poll. He's gone 60% Haaland now. 112 votes. How does that make you feel? You changing your mind now? Should we swap?
I'm still on Salah at the minute.
I don't think the crowd is big enough to like change your mind. And you have to also remember this is like Twitter, YouTube crowd. I think it always surprises people, don't it? Would you think like the I was going to say like the more casual, normal player, like the guy that will just pick up his phone tomorrow and have a look at his team before the deadline, will he just go, oh look, Burnley?
Yeah.
Salah.
Yeah, probably.
Is he going to go? I wonder how Haaland did in his last 6 games against Manchester United. Or does he just go that Haaland scored last week and Salah didn't? Anyway, Haaland's winning the poll. Max captain, if you're not sure. Let's do a few more. We've done an hour now. I'll try and skip if there's any that we've covered already. I won't pull up. Munoz plays 2 games. It'd have been a captain option. I just think it's risky. Ryan Cook, De Kuyper and Bruno out for Chalobah, Lacroix or Enzo. We've done that as well, haven't we? On the Chalobah and Lacroix. Who do you prefer at Chalobah and Lacroix? Lacroix? So he says that Chalobah's the better hold in the long run, but
yeah,
I feel like Lacroix might be safer.
Yeah, only takes one bad game, doesn't it, for Chelsea, and then you're out.
Yeah, I think Lacroix safer in the long run.
Yeah, Lacroix safer. And this Enzo Kudus is probably Enzo for me, but Kudus is better longer term, I think.
Andrew Sparks needs to take out Ballard, Rutter, Semenyo, Bowen. Have you got 4 transfers here? He might have actually. I have Gakpo, Salah, Kudus, Neto, but I don't know. I'm assuming he's got 2 transfers. You can just take out Ballard and I'll just take out Ballard and Rutter.
Yeah.
Unless you otherwise use Semenyo's funds to upgrade Ballard if you he's got 2.4 in the 2.3 in the bank. Ballard and Rutter out.
Yeah, agree.
Gave plenty of options on the pod though. Sorry guys, there's loads here. That's why we have to restrict the chat now. Just trying to pick out any that we haven't covered. Pedro or Mateta? Pick one.
For 1 week or for the whole season? Obviously, Pedro. I like Mateta's double game week this week.
Mateta for me. I think you've only got to hold him through the game week 5 one, which I don't think Pedro plays the Carabao Cup anyway. So it's Mateta versus West Ham or Pedro versus Man United.
Yeah.
Which I think will be close. And then you're straight back into doubles anyway. And I think Mateta starts all of them. Yeah. I do think it might be Mateta. Palmer's injury icon has come off him on the Dream Team app. Do they just take it off when they say, oh, he's back training or something?
Don't know. He's still on mine. I might have to refresh it. Yeah, he's come off.
He's all right then.
That's it then. Palmer starts.
Yep. You heard it here first. Dream Team has just said that Palmer's fine. Chalobah or Lacroix, did we just do that as well? Lacroix.
Yeah.
I think I'll have both for next week. I think we will wrap it up there. Do you know your moves?
Currently, I am Carvalho to Gusto, same price, and I forgot now. Hang on, you can tell we've had a break. Semenyo to Enzo at the minute. Yeah, trying to get the value of the team up. I do like Semenyo's fixtures for the next few weeks, but he's a single game week player. He's out of the cups. Bruno can do anything against anyone, so I'm just going to hold him and then try and get rid of him soon for another double game week player. No Europe for United.
And then if Palmer doesn't start, if he's sat there in his coat, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Doing that.
Who is it? The hood up?
Chippy
Surely
chips.
your finger's going to be like, oh, go on, sub him.
No, I'm not sure. I might hold him.
Might save it for someone special.
You just want to blow all yours away.
And then I'll be like whinging that I knew Wirtz was crap. Damn it. Right, we'll have to have a think. We'll have to have a think on the subs. Cheers, everyone who's tuned in, got your questions in. Hang on. Will you share the top 10? Oh, hidden ID. Will you share the top 10 in your league every week? Oh, it's my league, not the Dream Team Tonic League. We're shouting you out here, Hidden ID. You're getting some good airtime here. Yeah, I should shout out my league as well. But not on this pod. Right. Right, cheers everyone. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we're going to be trying to do these. If we can't do the deadline streams on the actual day of the deadline, we'll be doing these pre-deadline streams, which I don't know about you, but they feel a little bit more chilled out than the other ones.
Yeah.
The actual deadline streams are so bloody tense, and you're trying to look on Twitter as well at the same time. Who's starting?
Yeah. And then you've got to think about all your other fantasy games as well. Luckily, some of them start at different times. But I think FPL was at the same time as Dream Team now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a last bit of news and you've got to quickly sort your FPL team out at the same time as sorting your Dream Team out and trying to put on a show. It's terrible. Terrible. Anyway, guys, cheers. Have a lovely weekend and good luck for game week 4.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, everyone.